What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we're talking about no urgency, no victory. Now, this podcast is coming because I'm going to be transparent. I love having money in my bank. I was thinking about this during my workout this morning, and I was thinking about how I approach going after the things that I want. And I was like, I remember right now, I'm financially abundant. I've got more money than I know what to do with. It's I'm very, very set in my life. And there are times that I catch myself complacent. And I was thinking back to when I first got started my coaching business, and the memory that is the most apparent and the one that I want to share with you is when I first got started with PT Domination. So I had, all the knowledge on how to train personal trainers, how to grow a successful online coaching business, because I'd been building Aesthetic Nation for the last 4 years. And I wanted to start consulting, and I wanted to build a coaching program around it. I wanted to stop fitness coaching and stop mentoring trainers in my fitness business. And I just wanted to mentor trainers in general. And so I remember reaching out to this one guy, and he told me his price to help me build the course. Because I had all the information, I just didn't know how to productize it. So he's like, he told me the price, and it was $15,000. And I remember at the time, I had $15,000 in the bank, but I also had 5 trainers that were working for me. And a lot of that money was theirs because, when they would sign a client, the company would take 30 to 40%, and then they would get, 60 to 70%. And so I did have $15,000 in the company bank account, but I would say half of it was theirs. So I took that money and I invested it all in this mentor. And I literally put myself in a position where I was like, if I don't make that money back this month, I am fucked. And so I put myself in that position, and the feeling that I got during that time, during that 4-week time span, is something that I cannot explain. And it's one that you can only get when you're willing to go all fucking in. No urgency, no victory. There are so many of you guys that are listening to this podcast right now that just love having money in your bank account. And so do I. That's why I'm being honest with you, because having money in your bank account is a sense of safety and it's a sense of security. When you don't have credit card debt, it's a sense of safety and it's a sense of security. And everybody listening to this podcast loves that feeling. We all want to feel safe. Nobody wants to feel unsafe. Feeling unsafe sucks. And so I personally like having money in my bank account. It feels good. And on that very same token, I know for a fact that the reason that I achieved massive success is because I'm willing to take all the chips in my bank and throw them at my goals. Whereas a lot of you just don't have that. And because you're not willing to be I'm fucking all in, I will do whatever it takes. And because you don't have that and you're not willing to bet on yourself, you don't have a sense of urgency. And because you don't have a sense of urgency, this need to get shit done. I need to fucking take action. I need to be successful. I need to go all in. You don't have that sense of urgency. And so you end up delaying everything. And it's funny because I see this in so many fucking people. It's crazy. So many people are they slide in my DMs. They're yo, I'm making 25K a month. I want to get to 50K a month. And I'm sweet, let's fucking do it. I get on the phone and we talk about the investment. I can't do that. And I'm dude, you have no fucking idea. You don't understand that this moment right now, where you make a decision to move forward and actually invest in yourself, or you choose not to invest in yourself and you sit on the sidelines, this is the moment that actually fucking counts. Because everybody can talk, right? Everybody can say that they want to be successful. Everybody can say that they want to go in. Everybody can say that they want to make money. But when it comes down to putting pen to paper and actually making a commitment to yourself, so many people lack the balls or the lady balls to actually follow through. And this is the thing, when you invest in a mentor, when I invested in Adley, which was $100,000 for 6 months, I wasn't investing in Adley. I was investing in myself. I knew that I had a skill set that I wanted to develop. I knew that I had this these goals that I'd like to achieve. And I knew that Adley would help me get closer to that. And so me paying money to Adley wasn't me paying money to Adley. Me paying money to Adley was me making an investment in myself. And because, and I don't care how rich you are, $100,000 is a lot of fucking money. And because that was a large transaction, there was a massive sense of urgency inside of me. There still is this massive sense of urgency to get shit done. And so since I've hired Adley, I haven't missed. I've been doing 3 posts a day, every day, 7 days a week for the last 6 months. But that doesn't come unless you have a sense of urgency. No urgency, no victory. You haven't achieved the level of success that you want to achieve in your life because you're not willing to bet on yourself. You're not willing to go all in. You always choose the most comfortable option. You always choose the safest option. You always choose the monthly option. You always just give yourself an opportunity to opt out if shit doesn't work. That's why you're not successful, because you're always looking for plan B. I don't have a fucking plan B. It's plan A. And if plan A doesn't work, I'm fucked. And because I have that mindset, because I have that mentality, I'm willing to bet all of my fucking chips. I'm willing to go all in. And because I'm going all in, because I'm betting all my chips, because I have that belief and that sense of urgency, that's why shit continues to manifest. That's why PT Domination has stayed the number one business coaching company for the last 3 years, because I go all in. There's nothing, I don't hold anything back. You hold shit back. You like to keep money in your bank account. You are afraid to invest in yourself. You are afraid to go all in on yourself. You are like holding yourself back from success because you know if you make a commitment, it's going to require you to actually go all in with your energy. And so instead, you just sit on the sidelines and you contemplate all the success that you could have. You contemplate all the things that you could do. You think about all the things that you want, basically just fucking daydreaming about the amount of success that you have because you're not willing to back it up with action. No urgency, no victory. Unless you go inside of yourself and you're like, I need to fucking make this happen. Like, this isn't something that I want to do. This isn't something that I wish to happen. This isn't something that like I'm fucking daydream all about all day and I don't do anything. This is something that must happen. This is something that I need to do. This is something that I'm committed to. And when you make that commitment, like I will do whatever it takes, that means whatever it takes. That means you don't count the cost. That means you don't care how much money it takes. That means you don't care how much time it takes. That means you don't care how much work ethic it takes. You will do whatever is required to get success. And when you get to that level where you truly are willing to do whatever it takes to get success, I promise you that your success is inevitable. I promise you it's inevitable. But you will never get there if you just sit there and you're like, oh, I want to be successful. I want to make 10K. I want to make 5K. I want to double my business. No, you fucking don't. Because if you did, you would bet on yourself. You would risk the safety net. You would take away the fucking alternative to retreat. You would go all in on yourself and find a way to fully commit to your dreams instead of sitting on the sidelines and wishing and waiting and hoping that things are going to work out for you. Guys, unless you develop a sense of urgency towards your goals, you will never be successful, period. And there's a bunch of ways to get yourself to be urgent, but the number one way is to fucking invest in yourself, dude. Invest in yourself. I don't hire mentors. I invest in myself. I don't hire business coaches. I invest in myself. I don't hire content coaches. I invest in myself. I know for a fact that by me putting money into something, I'm making the commitment to follow through with that thing. We all do this with fucking school, right? Everybody understands the school system. Everybody's like, I want to be a doctor. I need to invest in myself. But for some reason, when it comes to our business, we don't have that same mentality. We don't have that same philosophy. We're not willing to go into debt to do what the fuck we need to do to get success. In that moment, when I took money that I didn't like, it didn't belong to me, and I spent it on a mentor to make myself get success, that moment caused me to go all in. For that 30 days, you guys, I was working 10 to 14 hours a day, 5 days a week, studying the course, implementing the course, taking action. And in that 30-day time frame, I made back $10,000. And with that $10,000 that I made back, I was able to fucking put the money back in the bank account to divide it out to where it belonged. And not only did I make the money back, now I had the skill. Now I acquired the skill that came from investing in myself. So not only did I have the money in my bank account, but I also had the skill. You, because you're only holding on to the money in your bank account and you're like trying to fucking protect your safety net, you never develop the skill because you just keep the money in your bank account and you got the money in your bank account, which is a safety net, AKA a fucking opportunity to retreat, and you never develop the skill. So now you have the same amount of money that never changes, plus you don't have skills. It sucks. Whereas like when you're willing to invest in yourself and you're willing to bet on yourself and you're willing to invest in your career, what ends up happening is like, yes, you lose money in your bank account at first, but then you acquire skill. And as you acquire skill, what ends up happening is you start making more money. And because you start making more money, that number in your fucking bank account actually starts to go up significantly. And if you've seen any of my client testimonials or any of my transformations that I'm posting on my Instagram, like this is what we're doing with our students. They invest in us, they learn the skill sets, they go out and execute, then they start making more money. And then the number in their bank account starts going up instead of down. That's not going to happen unless you develop a sense of urgency. So it's time to go all fucking in. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.